2006లో ప్రారంభం చేసుకున్నాం. 16వ వార్షికోత్సవం చేసుకుంటున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు 2006లో బ్యాంక్ అకౌంట్ ఓపెన్ చేసిన తక్షణము కాకినాడ నుంచి ఒక టీచర్ ఒక అబ్బాయిని రెఫర్ చేస్తూ ఒక లెటర్ రాశారు. అయ్యా, సెంట్రల్ యూనివర్సిటీలో ఈ అబ్బాయికి 186 ర్యాంక్ వచ్చింది, 5000 రూపీస్ స్కాలర్షిప్ డబ్బు లేదు, ఈ అబ్బాయికి సహాయం చేయండి అని. ఆ అబ్బాయికి మొట్టమొదటి చెక్ అభయ ఫౌండేషన్ ద్వారా ఇచ్చాము. ఆ రోజు ఏ అబ్బాయి అయితే 5000 రూపాయలు తీసుకున్నాడో ఆ అబ్బాయి ఈరోజు 16 ఏళ్ల తర్వాత చూస్తే ఎంఎన్సి వాల్మార్ట్ బెంగళూరు లొకేషన్ 50 లక్షల ప్యాకేజీతో జీతం సంపాదిస్తున్నాడు. ఇది చాలా విశేషమే. అద్భుతమైన విశేషం వేరే ఉన్నది. ఆ అబ్బాయి ఒక వాలంటీర్గా జాయిన్ అయ్యి కోఆర్డినేటర్గా పనిచేసి ఒక అద్భుతమైనటువంటి ఇన్ఛార్జ్గా మారిపోయి అభయ ఫౌండేషన్కి ట్రస్టీగా మారిపోయి ఇప్పుడు సెక్రటరీ జనరల్గా మారిపోయాడు. శివకృష్ణ కేఎస్వి, హీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు టాక్ టు us now and he'll be presenting his report on the activities of Abhaya Foundation. Shivakrishna.
Good evening everyone. So 2019 సంవత్సరంలో అభయ 13వ వార్షికోత్సవం చేసుకుంది. 20, 21, 22 సంవత్సరాల్లో కరోనా కారణంతో ఎటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు చేపట్టలేకపోయాము, అంటే యానివర్సరీ లాంటి కార్యక్రమాలు చేయలేకపోయాము. బట్ ఈ 3 ఏళ్లలో ఏమేమి కార్యక్రమాలు జరిగాయి అనేది ఒక నివేదిక రూపంలో మేము ముందుకు పెడుతున్నాము. సో ఎప్పుడైతే ప్రపంచానికి సమస్య వచ్చిందో అన్ని సంస్థలు మూతపడిపోయాయి, అందరూ ఇంటికి పరిమితం అయిపోయారు. కానీ అభయ ఫౌండేషన్ లాంటి సేవా సంస్థలకి ఇది ఒక కొత్త అవకాశం, కొత్త సేవ చేయడానికి. సో కరోనా రిలీఫ్ యాక్టివిటీస్ గత 2 సంవత్సరాల్లో దాదాపు ₹1 కోటి పైన ఖర్చుతోటి వివిధ కార్యక్రమాలు నిర్వహించాము. సో ఆ నివేదికని మీ ముందుంచే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తాను. సో ఆ కరోనా సహాయ కార్యక్రమాలే కాకుండా ఈ 3 సంవత్సరాల్లో ఏమేమి కార్యక్రమాలు జరిగాయి అనే దాని గురించి ఈ నివేదిక. సో there was a flood in Kerala in 2019. So with all the help of CSR, corporate social responsibility, from various organizations, Abhaya could support many people who lost their livelihood, their homes at Kerala. So a major flood relief and rehabilitation project has been conducted at Alleppey and Ernakulam districts in the state of Kerala. Abhaya could pool resources to the tune of 5 crores for providing houses of 6 beneficiaries, 6 cattle and 20 fishing canoes who lost for the families who lost their livelihood. So we have provided bridge scholarship for 20 students and 6,000 TTK water purifiers were distributed for the needy families at those Alleppey and Ernakulam districts. So with help of NAC, National Academy of Construction, where they train all the students on house wiring and construction related activities. So with help of those students, Abhaya could serve more than 3,000 health home appliances. So because of flood water, so all the families they lost, all the home appliances were damaged. So with help of NAC students, we could able to serve all those families and repair 3,000 home appliances. So also provided digital classroom at RK Vidya Mandir and 50 lakhs donation has been given to Kerala government as a fund. So Kerala Finance Minister Sri Isaac Thomas, Minister of Fisheries Srimati Mercy Kutti Amma, they appreciated the works taken up by Abhaya Foundation. Sri Krishnateja IAS was instrumental in guiding Abhaya team and supporting us wherever it is needed. So we thank our all the dignitaries and the members who supported in that initiative. So in the same year, Srikakulam in Andhra Pradesh, there was a cyclone, Titli cyclone. So we took up cyclone relief activities. Abhaya could gather 1 crore donation to provide 25,000 grant for 100 villagers for laying up their foundation for their new houses. We constructed 10 community toilets and set up 5 RO water purifiers, RO plants for the villages where they could not get pure drinking water. In those areas, fluorosis is a common known disease due to which there are deformities in bones. So most of the villagers, all the elders will be they are all suffered with that disease. So all they need is pure drinking water. So for that, Abhaya could start 5 RO water plants in 5 different villages so that all the villagers can drink pure drinking water. So Abhaya partnered with like-minded NGOs and social organizations. We collaborated with BIRED, Meda Charities, Yuva Seva Foundation, RRDS, P. Shivram Prasad Memorial Charitable Trust, 100 Smiles Charitable Trust, Ramesh Gelli Foundation, GSPV Trust, Sri Satsai Seva Organization, and many other NPOs could have heavenly difference to more than 10,000 people across the country through various initiatives. So on this note, we thank all of them for their support and collaboration. So youth empowerment. So we could train more than 1,200 women on tailoring, maggam, beautician, mehendi design, and driving. 300 men on driving and computers across Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So corporate houses like CCL, BNP Paribas, Avenion, Bright Solar, Deccan, Hyundai, Natco Pharma, Shivashakti Group, GVPR Engineering, Gaura Group, Nile Limited, and many other companies stood by Abhaya with their CSR funds to take up all these activities in last 3 years. COVID outspread and restrictions imposed by the government stopped many initiatives, but 30 rural men and women who are otherwise restricted to homes now trained as teachers to provide livelihood skills. So, and life skills to the thousands of unemployed youth across rural India. So their stories are not less than an inspiration to many. So those are the housewives who were restricted to their home and now got an opportunity to empower fellow women in their respective villages itself. So 2 biggest assets Abhaya won in this year are Srimati Krishnaveni Rangarao and Sri P. Ramchandra Murthy Garu, who are persons behind empowering thousands of the unemployed youth in the country. So Hunt the Winter. So it's a seasonal activity and which will be taken up in the months of November, December, January for most of the states. So we distributed more than 15,000 blankets in 15 states across India under Hunt the Winter. 750 Abhayans across the world joined their hands and hearts in pooling the resources and distributing these blankets. Abhaya Home of Happiness. So it is our permanent project where we established a home for destitute. So 30 destitute who don't have love and care in their life were cared at Abhaya Foundation, Abhaya Home of Happiness, Ibrahimbatnam in the last 3 years. So Kusumukumari, who is first inmate in the year 2012, is at home, is now leading her life on her own. So My Home Jewel Community, Maharishi Rice Mill, Manikchand Group, Srinivas Venkatesh, Kanakadurga, and many others stood by this initiative and they are continuously supporting. And on this note, we thank Apollo Million Hearts Foundation for their support. They are continuously providing medicine for all the inmates. On other hand, Dr. Shulapani, Dr. Hemabindu of Rajalakshmi Hospitals, Hyderabad, caring Abhaya home inmates whenever there is a need. Support to students pursuing higher education. So Educare is one of our primary motto to provide support to the students who are poor and meritorious. So Abhaya is supporting all these initiatives since inception. So as Balchandra announced, I am the first beneficiary of Abhaya Foundation under Educare. So 50 students reprogrammed their life with Abhaya. KSR and KVG Educational Trust, Sealwell Corporation, Kanyaka Parameswari Engineers Limited, and Star Hospitals partnered us in this educational program. Further, we could enhance the infrastructure facilities in more than 50 schools in last 3 years. So we thank our CSR partners, Euroflex, IVC, Island Virkemi, and F5 for giving their CSR funds for supporting all these government schools. So Corona relief activities. In the first wave, with Corona outburst, Abhaya decided to do its bit for the people who are suffering. Abhaya could pool resources around 1 crore in the year of 2019 and teamed up with Telangana City Police and started distributing grocery kits. So as in the morning also people announced, Sajjanar IPS Garu and there are group of police, they formed a group and they grouped up all the NGOs who are actively working on Corona relief activities. So under their leadership, Abhaya is also part of that group and we could serve grocery kits for the people who are under isolation and who are severely affected by Corona, like who lost their jobs and there is no means of income for them. So Corona relief activities in second wave, 2021. So when a second wave hit and the cases raised exponentially, Abhaya started Abhaya Breathe India mission, where it's a group of activities which we have taken up. I will go through in brief. So Abhaya Vaidya, a telemedicine initiative to guide the patients in tough times. So there were no resources for the people and people were panicked. So they don't know what to be done. So we started a free telecom service where patients can dial in and we connect them with the doctors. So in that way, Abhaya Vaidya, we have received more than 100 calls for that. And Abhaya Vai Patra, this is another initiative where we procured more than 75 oxygen concentrators because on that, in the second wave, people were in need of oxygen concentrator. There were no rooms or no beds available in hospitals too. So Abhaya tried to do their bit and we procured more than 75 oxygen concentrators and served more than 300 patients who were in home isolation and who were with need of this oxygen. Abhaya Kavacha, this initiative is to provide the masks, sanitizers and the equipments which are needed for Corona, to protect from Corona. So we partnered with police and we even provided all these sanitizers and masks to all the government officials, police, government staff, students and hospitals who are the first line warriors for the Corona. So Abhaya Prasada. So Abhaya team distributed more than 10,000 cooked meals for the people who are in home isolation. So this is another activity with the help of volunteers. We could start distributing cooked food for the families who are in home isolation and could not get their food. So, and scores of volunteers and kind-hearted people are associated in these 3 years. We call all our volunteers as soldiers, as they are nothing less than soldiers who are fighting in border for us. So whenever there is a need, we get workforce, and especially during Corona relief operations, we could get more than 400 volunteers who work from different places, different areas, spreading awareness, distributing food packets, attending Abhaya helpline. We thank all of them on this note, and without their contribution, this could not happen. Youth empowerment campuses at Anantapur and Bangalore. So last year, we could inaugurate 2 empowerment campuses, one in Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh, and another is in Bangalore, Karnataka. So we have inaugurated those centers which will be training rural women, rural youth in different trades like tailoring, fashion designing, beautician, maggam, driving. All these courses will be taken up there and it will be benefiting more than all the unemployed youth in those areas. So finally, we all bow before thousands of beneficiaries who granted all of us at Abhaya for this wonderful opportunity to serve them. Thank you. Jai Hind.